Hi everybody, my name is Rosa. You haven't been here before. Okay, today's been a good day. Yesterday was due. Yesterday my son got dropped off at band camp at university. He's super excited. I'm super excited for him. He looks so relaxed on the campus. Took us a while to figure out where he was on the campus. He went with a friend in the early morning to do his early auditions. He wouldn't have to do it late night and stuff like that, but instead was able to just get it done and get it finished. And they made their band choices and stuff like that. And then I think he got fourth chair. So I'm pretty happy about that. My son plays the flute, by the way. He's excited. I'm excited. We should have a good time. My girls and I are ready for it to be home by ourselves and stuff. My husband still works from home, but he's here today and he won't be here for the rest of the week until Thursday or Friday, whatever. That's fine. It's gonna be fun, board games, movies, hair, and cleaning the house. Basically, that's it. I even told my oldest, I was like, be prepared. Why not? You're my board game buddy. And she goes, okay, Mom. But that's my babies, and I love them. When it comes to art stuff, yesterday I didn't do too much art stuff, but I did prepare for this week. I really do want to launch this collection this week. I've been saying that for a while, but I really do. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have it right. So I've been looking at videos on YouTube about how to do short form video focused on marketing and making motion design catalogs, commercials and stuff like that. And I was like, that might work okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can make a couple shorts and stuff aimed at my target buyers who are lovers of numerology and astrology. And I want to connect with those people and make sure that they realize this face is connected to them in some way because of the numbers, because of the beautiful eyes, and because of that emotion from the eyes and the numbers and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that will work. I want to avoid having to spend a lot of money on CLA, cost of acquisition, but I do want to push forward and stuff and hope that I can get something done. The I feel like as I look deeper into videos, I feel like my website it it's okay, but I know it needs to be advanced a lot better. And I want it to advance, but I'm not sure how. So we'll figure that out too if I decide to change it. But even AI software is telling me you build, but you don't launch, and you have to stop building. You have to launch. So I really want to do that. I really want to get to the point where I can actually confidently launch. I think I think the reason I haven't launched it is mostly because of fear that it will actually work, and then I'll be like, oh no, it worked. Like what? Oh my god, it worked. Like oh my god, that is like a normal fear, and the fear of not being good enough for it to work, for it to actually, and by work, I mean by not just getting one sale, but getting multiple sales. That's how I define work. And, that's the goal. I don't want to be dependent on eBay. I just don't. I don't want that dependency because it requires so much of me, and the the exchange of me myself, of my hard work and stuff doesn't equate. But if I can make the same amount of money selling him with a fourth of the work, that feels much better to me. Okay? So much better. So much better. And that's the goal. You want to make sure that you're um able to still do your passion and do your work, but also not go into a deep hole of doing too much. And eBay was putting me that. I'm like burnt out. I got burnt out from that. And I'm not going to deny it. I did. I mean, over 700 pieces. I could add another 300 if I really wanted to, because I can probably find another 300 pieces. That's a lot of art for one person to do, okay? And I did it all by hand, okay, with an oil pastel, not with a paintbrush, okay? And it's a lot, right? And then last night I was like playing with AI, and I realized that there's another Midjourney feature called panning that allows me to go around a whole piece. And I was like, oh, this is so fun for my abstract pieces, you know. So that was a nice surprise to see. But I'm still gonna focus. I'm not gonna build something new as deeply as I want to. I'm not. I'm gonna force myself to launch this guy. And then I was also looking through my older reference images, and I found another face that I like a lot that I might turn into something, but there's no telling. I need to focus on just getting this collection out there. Um, Very scared, very nerve-wracking, but I think everybody has those fears that come from being uncertain and imposter syndrome, unworthiness, and then of course the money element. Like, am I putting my money into something worthy of it? Because I mean, that money could go to other places versus where I'm gonna put it, you know. And that's the thing. But I have faith that the reason, you know, the Lord gave. I'm sorry, I'm Baptist. I'm Baptist, but I have faith that the reason I didn't have to sell jars of, fruit last weekend, and instead I got the goal amount of money, the $100 I need to market this guy using my art and my eBay store. It felt good. And then I finally showed my one of my, like, she's like my sister. We've known each other since we were kids, since like our mothers, my late mother and her mother were like best friends since like since nursing school and stuff. And so I finally showed her my art, and she was like, whoa, you are incredible. And it felt good. And I showed her all the stacks of art, and she's like, wow. And then I showed her my store, and she's like, I don't even know how to pick one. They're all amazing. And it felt nice. And she's an artist also. She does t-shirts, and she does shoes and stuff like that. And so we have that creative energy. My last friend, she did furniture refinishing and stuff like that. And I thought that she would have the same respect for me, but she didn't, you know? And there were so many moments of when I would show her something, and she would say, oh, you should put glasses on that thing, or you should change the color of this one, or it doesn't look right. What is it supposed to be? Like, why is it that color? Why is it not this color? Like, oh, you should make it. I mean, all these things, you know? So, that's why I had fear in showing someone who I've known since I was a baby, since they were a baby, you know? Since they were a baby. I'm older than her by a couple of years. But, like, it's amazing, how some people critique you in a negative sense, and some people pull you up. And she and I, we both pull each other up. And we both have that, like, love, where it's not like, okay, I'm going to tell you how to fix your stuff. She's the kind of person that says, okay, Rosa, what is wrong with this? Because I know something's wrong with it. And then it's like, okay, and I'm telling her, okay, am I getting the right color? Because I feel like this isn't blending okay. And then it's not her telling me what to do. Instead, it's saying, did you add orange? And then I'm like, oh, that will lighten it up. Thank you, baby. And then me telling her, I think I said, like, oh, space out the two numbers. They're not spacing out. They're mushing together. They're together, and they need to be a little bit more sharp. That's the kind of friend we as artists need. We need artists. Not just artists to be our friends, but artists that respect our art and that don't want to tell us what to do to our art, but instead provide motivation, emotional support, and when requested, give like advice that's relevant to that person. Okay? If they don't ask for advice, you don't need to give them any advice. You don't need to tell people how to fix their stuff. Okay? Your opinion is your opinion. All right? And I think that's why it frustrates me when people get mad at AI art, is because your opinion is your opinion, my opinion is my opinion. But just because there's 6 fingers instead of 5, it's not yours, it's mine. And if I want my lady to have 6 fingers, oh well, who cares? Mine. Get over it. Or if there's like, I saw one where she was like zooming in and one line was like blurry, and I'm like, oh my god, like, come on. I had to stop watching those videos. It was getting depressing because it made me feel less than a person, because I use reference images and I like to use them in a way that makes me feel confident in what I'm making and stuff like that. And I can show you, like, this piece right here, the colors and the reference images are completely opposite. This one, I use a lot of different colors from the reference images. So it's not like, I don't even have to prove it, but I will. Oh, and also the fish painting that I made. No sales for that one. It did not sell, which was sad. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I didn't want it behind me because, like I said, the frame broke. The frame thing broke. I have to get another frame piece to go behind it. That broke. I still liked it. And then I have the 2 carpe pieces that I might put somewhere. I don't know where I would sell those suckers at. They're so nice though. I don't know. Maybe I'll make them into a greeting card for somebody close by. I don't have a father, so I don't know who I would give it to. Oh no, I don't know. I only know like 2 fishermen, like, directly through my son. So maybe I'll give it to one of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll have my son do that. I have no idea. Maybe you can hear my kitten in the background. So this week is focused on getting this guy launched and like actually doing the marketing material, the ad campaign, the like the YouTube or the shorts for bringing in my audience into marketing him. You know what I mean? So that's the goal of the week. Am I gonna do some art? Of course. Do I know what kind of art? No idea. Only restriction I have on myself personally is that it can't be food, because the food doesn't sell, and I can't just do food unless someone orders something from one of my stores, from one of my other services. Then yeah, of course I'll do food, but like, no food, no, it's not selling. So we're gonna try to sell the faces. It's amazing how slow I'm going compared to the food launches, and I think it's because so much has been happening in our home that it's just like, oh, wait a second, you gotta hold on that, and, oh, it's getting too expensive, you gotta wait a second. And that's just natural stuff. We shall see. It's gonna be fun. I have the new Facebook channel. I'm gonna put reels on that, and I'm going to finally start a TikTok channel. I don't use TikTok at all, and I'm going to do one of those, and then I'm going to connect the new Facebook with a new Instagram. As long as I can get it to work, that would be great. And then we will work this out, and we're going to promote this guy and hopefully make some sales on him by reaching the buyers I hope to reach. And if not, we'll try again. Gotta keep going. Last few seconds of encouragement. Like I said, you want to find people who motivate you and keep you going, don't hold you back. And I think that everybody as artists need to keep motivated. Don't discount the tools you use. Whatever tool you use is yours. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not worthy of being an artist because of what tools you use. You're an artist if you make art. And it's great art, period.